Hey guys, this is Minhad from iSuperTech, and today we're looking back at the iPhone 7. This phone was released back in 2016 and I've been using it for almost 3 years, and so I'm gonna recommend you whether you should buy it or not in 2020. So let's start. So first let's talk about its hardware. It is a matte finish, as you can see, and over the years that I've been using, it has some chipping along the sides, and as it's just iodized color, it chips a lot around the volume buttons and the lock buttons, and also around the speaker grills, but overall it stood up very well. The display is IPS LCD Retina display, and it's for the iPhone 7 is 4.7 inches. It supports wide color gamut, and it's the second phone from Apple that supports the 3D touch technology. But the recent phones now does not support the 3D touch, and it has come with a new technology called the haptic touch, which is similar to 3D touch but not quite exactly. Using the phone outside is not so great because the brightness net is not quite so much. It is usable, the brightness is quite high, but when you go outside, I have experienced some issues looking at it, because at an angle it's almost difficult to notice things on the phone. It does not get quite as bright as the AMOLED display, but it gets the work done. The primary camera on this phone is a wide camera with 12 megapixel with f1.8 aperture, and it has the OIS. It can shoot 4K up to 30 frames per second and slow motion at 120 FPS with full HD, of course. The pictures that I've taken from this phone are quite great. It's comparable with the higher end iPhone's cameras. The 4K is good, but with 30 FPS, I don't record videos with 30 FPS, mostly 60 FPS, because when editing you can edit more and the quality is greater with 60 FPS, so it does not have the 60 FPS with 4K. Now for the front camera, it's a 7 megapixel f2.2 aperture, and it records video up to 30 frames per second full HD. The processor on iPhone 7 is Apple's A10 Fusion 16nm chip. It has quad cores, 2.34 GHz, 2 high efficiency cores and 2 high performance cores. It gets me throughout the day with every app loaded in the background, but with recent updates it's quite buggy. I'm not getting the full performance out of the RAM. The battery is 19,060 mAh battery. It's just a few hundred milliamps higher than the 6S's battery. The capacity for me on my personal iPhone has degraded to 74% over the span of 3 years. It's not quite great now that I'm using it. I have to charge it multiple times throughout the day. It doesn't get me throughout the day without charging, so I have to plug it in more times now with the new software. With the new software update, I have to charge more, and it has degraded quite a lot. This is the first iPhone to ever remove its headphone jack, and the removal of the headphone jack made quite the controversy around the whole tech community. And for me, the adaptation without having a headphone jack was good. I didn't stumble across that major issues. Yes, of course, I had some time when I wanted to charge the phone and also listen to the music at the same time, but I solved that problem by buying a pair of Bluetooth earphones that just connects, and I can hear music and charge my phone at the same time. And now the question comes is that whether you should buy an iPhone 7 in 2020, or if you already have it, whether you should keep using it or is it time for an upgrade. I would recommend you, if you already have an iPhone 7, it's time for an upgrade to phones like iPhone XR or 11 if you are looking for a budget iPhone. But if you are aiming for a higher iPhone, just you can buy the 11 Pro with the triple camera setup. It's quite good. And if you want to buy an iPhone 7, I would recommend you skip it and buy an iPhone 8, because it has similar specs, and iPhone 8 has quite a lot of specs more than the 7. So I should recommend you to skip it. So guys, that's all about this video. Hope you enjoyed, and if you have enjoyed, please give a like, and if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, and see you in the next video. Peace.